the enduring enigma of the Somerton Man. The case of the Somerton Man stands as one of the most profound and baffling cold cases in the history of Australian jurisprudence, and indeed the entire world. This status is cemented by the extraordinary fact that virtually nothing substantive is known about the deceased, save for his date of death, despite the body being relatively well preserved and the investigation garnering immense international attention. Even decades later, the circumstances surrounding his demise remain shrouded in a dense fog of speculation, spy theories, and cryptic clues. The initial discovery and puzzling details. The mystery officially commenced on December 1st, 1948, when the body of an unidentified man, estimated to be between 40 and 45 years old, was discovered propped against a seawall on Somerton Beach, a suburb of Adelaide, Australia. The man was meticulously and formally dressed in a suit, a tie, and a crisp white shirt. However, an immediate red flag was raised by one significant detail. All identifying labels and tags had been carefully and systematically removed from his clothing. A thorough examination of the body yielded no visible signs of a struggle or physical violence, deepening the puzzle of his presence and fate. Further investigation into the contents of his pockets only added layers to the mystery. He possessed an unused train ticket to Henley Beach and a used bus ticket, which brought him to a stop approximately a kilometer from where his body was found. Additionally, he carried a pack of chewing gum, matches, and a packet of Army Club cigarettes that inexplicably contained cigarettes of a completely different, less common brand, Kenzitas. This substitution suggested premeditation or perhaps a bizarre attempt at misdirection. The subsequent autopsy performed by a pathologist failed to detect any common or easily identifiable poisons or foreign substances in the man's system. Nevertheless, the coroner was strongly convinced that the man had met an unnatural death, likely as a result of a sophisticated poison that left no trace under the analytical methods of the time. The victim also presented with notably well-developed calf muscles, a feature often seen in ballet dancers or athletes, and oddly wedge-shaped toes, suggesting he frequently wore pointed footwear. Police immediately circulated photographs and fingerprints across the globe, appealing for public assistance in identification, but all these efforts proved completely fruitless. The cryptic clues and the railway station luggage. In 1949, the case gained significant traction with a new discovery. A suspicious suitcase, checked into the Adelaide railway station cloakroom on November 30th, 1948, the day before the body was found, was finally identified and recovered. The contents of the luggage only served to amplify the perplexing nature of the case. Inside, detectives found various items of clothing that also had their identifying labels excised. Most curiously, the suitcase contained a stenciling brush and a spool of distinctive orange-colored thread, Barber brand, that was confirmed not to be sold within Australia, indicating the man had recently traveled internationally or had an overseas connection, possibly with the Merchant Navy. Despite the dry cleaning marks found on some of the clothing being circulated nationwide, this too led to another dead end. The only deduction authorities could confidently make was that the deceased had, for unknown reasons, missed a train, checked his bag at the station, and then taken a bus to the beach where he ultimately met his end.